Welcome to the weekly roundup on SA Footballer TV. I'm TJ, of course, with Wayne Knowles. Welcome, Wayne.
Tommy, how are you, mate?
Now, it's crisis time at Mitchell Park. 3 losses in a row, so I'm just going to shift away from you, let you know if you've got a job in a minute. With great pleasure, I'd like to welcome the president of Mitchell Park Football Club. Welcome, Shane Lynch.
How you going, mate? How are you?
Good, mate. Let's start with the piss takes to start with. So you're the last president, last premiership coach of Mitchell Park, is that correct?
Yes, I was.
Are you after his job?
No, I'm not.
Have the wheels fallen off his bus?
Maybe this weekend if we lose, so we'll see what happens. But no, we're going really well. Just had a bad couple of weeks.
Lucky it's before June 30.
Yes, it certainly is. But you're in here for a much more important reason. Footy's one thing, but something's happened. Take us through it, mate.
Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, just before the bye, I think it was, we played Tea Tree Gully. I don't normally travel to away games, so I made it out to this one, and we have a young guy playing our team called Travis Hyde.
Yep.
Been with the club since 2015. Good young kid. He works at my company.
Which is, give yourself a plug.
Adelaide Retaining Walls.
Yep.
And unfortunately, received a pretty serious injury in the game. It's a couple of broken ribs, maybe 2 or 3 broken ribs and a punctured lung.
Cool.
Spent, I think it was 4 or 5 days in hospital.
Yeah, short twice, you had to go back a second time.
Yeah, to go back a second time. I think they drained...
A fair bit of pain as well, I suggest.
Yes. Drained 2 or 3 litres of blood out of his lung.
Jesus.
And knowing the young lad quite well, he's just bought a brand new house.
Yeah.
And
moves in this weekend.
Yeah, full time at work, but doesn't have a lot of sick pay left. So we thought at the footy club it would be good to get around him, and we did a GoFundMe page. There was a little bit of, angst in the club with people saying why we can do it for other players, or other players have been injured in the past, we haven't done this, but we just thought with the severity of the injury and the time he's going to be off work that we really wanted to help him out. And I think at the moment I haven't checked, but we've nearly raised $2,500 for him.
Sensational. Yep.
2,350.
Yeah, which will obviously help him over the next month with his household bills and his mortgage to pay and stuff. So yeah, it's been well received at the club, and I think it's a good thing that we've done, and hopefully other clubs might look at it and get on board if they get placed.
Hopefully, if you're watching this, don't be afraid to give. How do they give? How do they donate?
It's all done through, there's a link on our Facebook page.
On the Mitchell Park Facebook page?
Mitchell Park Facebook page, but also there's a link on SA Footy as well.
The forums we're talking about?
The forum, sorry.
SAFooty.net.
Yeah, the #1
Don't you do a little writing on there, a little scribing?
I do a little describing, yes.
Some sort of pseudonym?
I do, mate, yes. It's not very secret anymore. Everyone knows who I am.
You'll get deleted if you say who you are.
I dare not say who I am.
Don't you be a half-back flanker.
Anyway, it's time for me to do the wristwatcher. The main thing is that it's not only people from our club that have donated. It's been really well taken on board by supported by I know a few of the Para Hills boys, our mate Dutchy Holland, a fair few of them, even some of the Tea Tree Gully lads. Actually, the actual lad
did it, yeah.
Daniel Noski. Yeah. Full credit to him. He actually donated $100 to Trav's cause. So it's just quite humbling to know that. It's great. It's a great game. It's a great competition that we're in, and footy's just a small piece of the puzzle in life. So.
Footy's not life and death. Family must come first. No, it's great. Yeah. And well done to the Para Hills boys and to everyone that's donated. So really good stuff there.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Shall we get on to this week's games?
We can get on. I'm going to start. Do we have to?
Yes, Mitchell Park. It's been 3 losses in a row. I'll leave you out of this one.
Thank you.
It was St Paul's in 11-11-77, Mitchell Park 8-13-61. It was at St Paul's. Were you at this one, Mitchie?
It's an away game.
I
was working, and it's an away game, so the guys do joke with me. I don't cross Grand Junction Road very often.
You didn't have to, though.
So, look, St Paul's has always been. We've played St Paul's now for the last couple of years, and they're a tough opponent. Definitely down there at their home ground. I think the Ledger were pretty even, 3-3 with the times that we've played them. So, look, it was obviously a close game. We had a few shots on goal, missed a few there, but I think in the last quarter, from what Wayne was saying, it was a kick either way with about 5 minutes to go. So, one that I was hoping that we'd win, but we're still sitting all right at the moment.
Kick 2-5 in the last quarter, probably if it's 5 goals, 2, it's a draw. So, well,
4 points down with 5 minutes to go, and one of our blokes does a small indiscretion. There's the momentum and the result, but not taking nothing away from St Paul's. They were certainly the better side on the day. So.
Speaking of St Paul's, Oswald kicked 3, as did Nasruddin. Is that how
Nasruddin, yep.
From Nazareth,
Yep.
whilst Adamo and Osland were the best. So hopefully you'll bounce back, and we'll see how you go. Only the 4 games in this division, obviously. That's, I guess, due to the fact that Prince Alfred have gone.
Yep.
So where are we going next, mate?
We're going to go out to Mofflin Reserve, Tom. And it was Para Hills 15 goals, 1,404, defeating Central United 10 goals, 1,777.
You would have seen enough of the comp this year, Lynchy. Is that any surprise there for you?
Not really. I am surprised that Central United haven't won a few more games than what they've currently won. They are. I thought when we played them home, they were
currently 2-8.
Yeah, look, and I don't think that's a fair indication of how good they've been. When we played them home, I thought they were
Injuries have played a big part.
very solid, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them come home with a bit of a wet sail in the last half of the year and win more games than they lose. So
especially at home.
Yeah.
Probably had their chances there. Again, you turn the scoreboard around. If it's 17-10 instead of 10-17, they win. So,
what do we say, Tom?
Bad kicking is bad football. That's
right.
So
Anyway,
I went to pause then and say...
Anyway, for the units, Fritz with 3, Moore with 2. A heap of other blokes kicking singles. Addison, Grogan and Bradding in the best for the units of Para Hills coming.
I love seeing Grogan's name.
Grogan, good lad, Sean.
Kamini kicked 5, Hanson and Bus both kicked 3, whilst their best player was Hanson, supported by Nusky just beautifully.
Yep.
So on to the next one, mate. It was we're going to go to North Pines and Teacher Gully. No surprise here at all. They find themselves at opposite ends of the ladder. It was North Pines 8-7-55. The Gullies 27-11-173. That's a 118-point demolition.
Teacher Gully, you probably, I reckon, the side to beat in this division. My opinion. Yes, my opinion. But anyway, for North Pines, Kopecki kicked 2, as did Wangadine and Scanlon. Joshie Weecher, Richards and Young were in the best for the Spiders.
For Teacher Gully, I'm going to have a Darcy moment here.
Yeah.
For Mosa, kicked 9.
English with Darcy's coming up.
Wicks and Stevie Daniels both kicked 3. Doyle was adjudged best along with Watto. So Teacher Gully sitting 3rd, 7-3. Very dangerous, just lurking. The Wolves are lurking.
They're just sniffing around.
And that one, Andrew Smith as well. So
sniffing around like Rolf Harris at a work party.
Just any surprise on that one?
Look, Teacher Gully a couple of weeks ago, where I think they are the team to beat.
Yeah.
And that Formosa is quite a dangerous forward, and they've got a couple of others there that make it pretty hard. So wouldn't be surprised to see them at the pointy end of the year going all the way.
Speaking of pointy bits, the Crabs, something Knowlesy knows very much a lot about.
Big coming from you.
Took on Adelaide Uni. How did it unfold, mate?
It was Adelaide Uni 19-23-137, defeating the Crabs 8-6-54. For Adelaide Uni, McIntosh with 10, Smith with 3, Riley and Davis both kicking 2, and Davis, Riley and McIntosh in the best.
Yes, Don McIntosh, is it? Sorry, Don McIntosh? Duncan McIntosh, I'd like to have a beer with him.
Wouldn't you?
Kicked 10, and I dare say he had a few on Saturday night.
Yep.
For the Crabbers, it was Andrews kicking 4, the only multiple goal kicker, while Smith and Shane Warne's son also in the best players. That's all of our...
stupid as that.
I have noticed that the Schofield boys are now playing at Flinders Uni, so that's going to help them out throughout the year. I know them 2 boys are from the Southern League, so hopefully that'll get them a couple of extra wins this year with the Schofield boys.
Yes, and after 10 rounds, that's all the games, isn't it? Yep. After 10 rounds, it is an interesting ladder. Para Hills sit top on 9-1, Lutheran 8-2, and then Teacher Gully and Mitchell Park fighting out for that double chance spot, both 7-3. Then it's Adelaide Uni and St Paul's fighting for that last spot in the 5.
Here in the Portland.
Looks to me like there's 6 teams that still have designs on Premiership glory in this division. Well, St Paul's have knocked you off, and you were the front runners. You were the let's call it the warm favourites earlier this year.
No, we weren't.
Oh, when you were 7-0, you weren't the warm favourites.
No, we weren't.
Oh, no, we weren't.
No, we weren't.
Can you believe this, Das?
We weren't.
We weren't.
Oh no, look, I don't think we were the Premiership favourites.
Being realistic.
was.
I'm being realistic.
I think always
still
we
rate-
thought Para Hills.
I honestly think we're probably where we should be at. I think Para Hills, Lutheran and Teacher Gully are very good football sides.
Didn't you beat Para Hills?
No.
Oh, they beat you as well.
That's what we're calling crisis meetings tomorrow.
Mate, I'm getting the sack. So.
Speaking of Para Hills, it's Shane Hanson from Para Hills leading the comp with 29 majors. Nipping on his heels, you've got a whole bunch of people. You've got Tasman Hawthorn, who I think he kicked 11 or 12 in one game against one of the lower teams. Your boy Nathaniel McDonald, Nate, is that what
Nate, yeah,
with 24. And the guy who saves a lot of money on food these days, Sean Holland on 24. Doesn't he talk himself up? I've lost a lot of weight. Me.
I said to him, when I said either you've got a bad drug problem or you've got AIDS. Like, he's lost that much weight.
Yeah.
I need just quick special mention to Nat this week. He plays his 300.
Oh, that's sensational.
300 games, yeah.
Double life membership. That is amazing.
Big weekend for Nat and the footy club. So.
And I stood Nat in 2001, I reckon.
You would have been a bit slimmer, but you would look a bit like Dutchy.
I mean, thinner than Dutchy, don't I? Yeah, that was. Actually, I stood Luke and Nat that day, and Luke had kicked 12 the week before, and I said to him, but even as youngsters, they were, fever. They have the fever. We'll just say that much.
Yeah.
We've gone way over time, boys.
Yes,
so we're going to go with tips. It's Flinders and Adelaide Lutheran. Adelaide Lutheran by around 10 goals for mine.
Yeah, Lutheran for me, mate.
Any margin?
10, 15.
Yeah, 15 plus.
Yep. Mitchell Park and North Pines, mate.
If they can't win this one, mate, you'll be coaching a 17th club next week. It's 4th versus 7th, but there's a massive doesn't. Mitchell Park by 20 goals.
There's a bit of a saying that I could say about this game coming up, but I'm probably not allowed to say it on the show.
Okay.
Because we certainly are going to something Spiders this week.
That's not what we're here to do. We're not here to...
Yeah, we're not here to Spiders. Well, this week we are.
Okay.
Anyway, Tetra Gully and Central United.
Can we get a tip from our guest?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we're hoping we win.
Yeah.
I think we win, definitely.
Beauty.
Tetra Gully and Central United up at Peteringha.
Gullies by plenty.
Gullies by 15 goals for me.
No, I don't reckon the Gullies by a lot. I reckon it'll be a bit closer than what people think. I like Central United.
There you go. And the last game of the round is at the Paddocks, where Tom used to spend a lot of his time in the bushes. Para Hills and Adelaide Uni.
It's game of the round. It's 1st versus 5th. You wouldn't go tipping against Para Hills at home though.
Para Hills rested a lot last week. Para Hills for me.
I reckon we're going to be on the other videos. We've got videos being shot everywhere tonight.
We have, haven't we?
Hey Lynchy, thanks for joining us. I'm going to leave you on for Division 6 because you saw most of the Division 6 teams last year. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week. Will you be back next week?
Depends how we go tomorrow night.
Thanks guys.
See ya.